Hi, everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a lovely afternoon. So, let's play a little catch up with Foodie Beauty. So, for those who are trying to keep track of all of the insanity and the madness, what has Chantal been up to? Well, she did a gaming stream last night, but let's rewind a little bit. Before the gaming stream, she absolutely freaked out on Mr. Snowflake because Mr. Snowflake on his channel he decided he wanted to do a docu-series on Chantal. I believe it's going to be more than one video put together. She found out about that and she just went absolutely nuts. She did an entire video putting down Mr. Snowflake, putting down the docu-series, even though it's not out yet, claiming that it would be full of misinformation. In short, she was doing a preemptive strike. She has no idea what the docu-series is going to contain, but she's assuming the worst. And why wouldn't she assume the worst? When she's been on YouTube for what, 7, 8 years? And she's done some pretty awful things, hasn't she? So, considering the level of her meltdown, I think she knows, or at least she remembers, a good majority of the things she's done, and she doesn't want them showcased in a video. The more brilliant part of it all is that Mr. Snowflake did a response video to Chantal, and it was great. You guys saw it on my channel. And also, I hope you went over to check out Mr. Snowflake. Wonderful guy, very entertaining, funny. And all of you ladies in the comments, calm down. Yes, he's an attractive man. Stop thirsting over him. No. But when Mr. Snowflake did his response video, and he said in his response, and I'm sure Chantal took notice of this, he said to her, I was putting it all together, but I might just change it now. And I think that scared her even more. She was terrified to begin with the prospect of the docuseries coming out. But then in his response video, he's like, I might have to change a few things. That really scared her. The fact that here she is freaking out on him, and maybe showing her entire butt to him would just change the overall tone. So what did she do? She posted a apology community post to Mr. Snowflake. And then interestingly enough, she deleted it. I don't know why she deleted it. It's an apology post. There was nothing raging in it. She wasn't going off on anybody. There was no need to delete it, but she did. And it kind of points in the direction that she isn't really sorry. She didn't even do what she should have done in the first place. And instead of putting the apology on the community post, put it in a video. Why not do an apology video? But no, she's a coward. She ran to her community post and apologized there. If you do wrong, Chantal, if you decide to make a video talking openly and publicly against somebody, then shouldn't you publicly apologize to someone? Yeah. There's an old saying. If somebody shows you who they are the first time, believe it. And Chantal showed exactly who she was. But those of us who have been watching her for years, we know who she is. And we know what she's about. On a side note, I would like to say that I'm not happy with Chantal right now. Not at all. She's bringing up things that are triggering people or could trigger people. She's bringing back the whole thing with Natter and the essay and the DV. And now she's bringing up May's name into it. And those of us that have been around for quite a while, we know what happened with May and with Natter. I've also saw something somewhere on Twitter that the case with May and Natter is going to be going to court next month. And I pray that May gets justice for that if wrong has been done to her. But May's name is being brought into this. And it's just led to a whole mess. Chantal is trying to defend herself in that regard. And yet she forgets this is girl world. We got receipts all day. And you know what, Chantal? I'm a reactor. I've got receipts today for you. because you talking about being a victim of DV, I ain't having it. I am not having it. And I'm going to show everybody, including anyone who wanders over to my channel, how much of a liar you are in that regard, how much you're lying about the DV. Yeah. Mm-hmm. In your own words, with your own video clips. We're going to look at that stuff. We're going to go back through history. Since you insist on being a victim, I insist on proving that you're not a victim. Are you ready, Chantal? Because I'm ready. Boy, am I ready. I am so ready. I'm so tired of you claiming things that you've never been through. It's a slap in the face to those of us that are real survivors. Those of us that have survived trauma like that we came out the other side. We've got the scars, but we have strength. You will never know what that kind of strength feels like. So let's get it started, y'all. Let's start in an interesting place, shall we? Let's start. First of all, let me just show you something real quick for context. It won't take long. Let's look at Chantal's community post, okay? Okay, so we're looking at her community post page, okay? I'm flipping between tabs here, so sorry. So there it is. And just so you guys can see for yourself, full disclosure, the community post that you're going to see on Twitter, I'm going to show it to you, the apology post, it's no longer here on her page. She posted it yesterday, and within 24 hours, it's gone. There was no reason for her to get rid of it. Why would you get rid of an apology if you've acted badly and you know you've acted badly and you're truly sorry? Why would you get rid of that? The only reason is you're really not sorry. You don't mean your apology. But I'm sure that Mr. Snowflake already knew that. I mean, 15 minutes of her ranting at him, I'm sure he picked up real good on who she is as a person and how she operates. And I really hope that that docuseries he's got planned, and I know he does great work, that he drags her under the floorboards. And I know that everybody in Girl World is reaching out to help Mr. Snowflake, you know, because we got all kinds of clips. We'll be very happy to help him. Not that he can't do his own research and his own work. I'm sure he's very, very thorough. But hey, we helping hands all over the place, Mr. Snowflake. We got all this stuff. You need something, you just put the word out. We'll be very happy to give it to you. So there's her community post. As you can see, like there's nothing there except her talking about the cameos from a day ago. The apology is not there. Okay, so let's just move it along. Let me just get rid of some of these things so I can keep track of everything. All right, I'm just knocking it down. All right. Where are we going next? I'm going to bring this up. Miss, I want to be a victim so bad that I'll make stuff up. Let's go back. Courtesy of Marley Hendrix, and a video that was posted a year ago. And thank you, Marley Hendrix. I'll be leaving a link for your video in my video description down below for anyone who wants to watch the full video. I just wanted to pull up one part. One very interesting part in particular. But there's a video just so y'all can see it. Full disclosure here, I'm revealing my sources. Full transparency. That's the way it should be done. Okay. So y'all ready? This part, this is the part that I want to show you. Where somebody in her chat, let's just set the ambiance here. She's at Natter's house. Natter told her to take a shower. She pretended to take a shower. She wants to sit in the bedroom with just her bra on, but she doesn't want to get in trouble with YouTube, so she's got the sheet wrapped around her. He's in the other room. She wants to talk to the camera. Somebody asked her the question in chat, have you ever thought about if Natter has any plans to replace you with another woman? Chantal says, I think about that all the time. And then she says, I've got a plan. I'm not as stupid as you guys think. Trust. Something about an Aries. So let's examine that little bit of dialogue right there. Somebody asking her the question, have you ever thought about him replacing you with another woman? She says, I think about that all the time. Why would you think about it all the time if your relationship with Natter is so secure? You think about it all the time when things are not secure, when you know that somebody doesn't love you, when you know that he's not attached to you. If you're attached to somebody and they are not attached to you, yeah, you're going to worry about that because you know the affection does not go both ways. So she already knows that Natter really doesn't love her. And she's confessing she's got a backup plan about how to handle that. And she's got this big old smug smirk on her face. When I saw this clip the first time, when I saw this live, I knew exactly what she was going to do. Natter's got a criminal past. She was going to bring that up and use that against him if he ever tried to leave. If he tried to cut things off with Chantal, she would threaten him and make him scared to cut things off. Because Chantal does not let men go until she's ready to let go. And the bad part about her is she never wants to let go. She wants to keep all doors open. Just because she doesn't have a use for you at the moment doesn't mean she won't have a use for you later. So she wants to keep you under her thumb. And she will do whatever it takes to keep that control going because she likes to be in control of people. And she uses her money and the fact that she's got a YouTube channel as power and influence over others. Either do what she wants and suffer, or don't do what she wants and suffer more. But there's no chance of freedom. But let's watch the clip. Let's watch it. Let's let Chantal tell us how manipulative and evil she is, using her own words.
You would choose to deal with the situation, but considering I know what Natter's like, and I know what Pizza's like, I feel like that was the right decision. You ever worry that you were helping set him up financially and that one day he will give you the boot and give everything you deserve to someone else? I think about that every day, actually. If that happens, I have a plan. I'm not as stupid as you think. Trust. Can I tell you my plan? But you think I'm good? You think, having considered, I have so much to lose that I would just sit back and let somebody take advantage of me like that without any consequences? Really? I don't think so.
So y'all just heard it for yourselves. Does this sound like some victim to you? The demeanor, the words, her overall attitude, does this sound like a victim? Are you getting victim out of any of this? Because I'm not. She claimed that Natter was abusive to her. Yet here she is in his house. He's in the other room. Does she look afraid of you? Does she look afraid to be there? She looks very relaxed, doesn't she? She's in his room. She's half naked, smoking her cigarette, not a care in the world. That doesn't scream victim to me. That doesn't scream, I'm around someone who's abusive and I'm afraid of them. Not at all. That we love how Chantal tells on herself, and she's telling on herself right here. She is, in more than one way, not just her words, her whole demeanor, her actions. telling everybody, I got a plan. Like, Chantal's way of thinking has always been, look, she's not a truly nice, generous person. A truly nice, generous person who has a good heart, a truly good heart. The goodness is not transactional. When you're nice, when you do good things, you do them just because you can and because you want to. You're not expecting anything back. Chantal is so lacking in goodness, in spirit and in heart, that when she does a good deed, it is transactional, and it's so out of her character and out of her nature. She expects some sort of payment. And the greater the deed, the greater the effort, the more she expects back. So she put things in play with Natter. She came at Natter with this deal. You become part of my content. You let me talk about you. You come on camera with me. You act like a love interest of sorts, and I will greatly compensate you. I've got the money to do so. I'll buy your groceries. I'll pay your rent. I'll pay your phone bill. I'll take you on trips. I'll get you an iPad, an iPhone, whatever equipment you need for your videos. I'll do your videos for you. I'll make the thumbnails. I'll set up the channel for you. Oh, she did a lot. But she didn't do it out of the goodness of her heart. She did it to get control of him, to keep him close to her, to create an atmosphere of trying to create a sense of codependency from him. That if she put him on YouTube, of which she was familiar, she knows the platform, if she gives him a channel and he does live streams and he starts to get viewers, and she was always pumping people from her channel over to his channel, he's going to need content. He's going to need someone to film those videos. He's going to need someone to do thumbnails, because she's not going to teach him how to do all that stuff. She doesn't want the men in her life to be independent. She wants them codependent, so that she's trapping them with her. And she tried that with Natter, and she thought at some point she could wear him down to the nub and he would just give in and be in a relationship with her, and it never happened. But going back to the original point, she is not a good person, period. Goodness from in her does not happen. It does not happen naturally. It doesn't come from her heart. It doesn't come from her spirit. It's so out of her character. It's so unusual for her that she's like, I did a good thing, so you should reward me. She's done all this stuff for Natter. And she's looking at it that way, through that lens. I did all this stuff for him, and he thinks he's going to just benefit off of me like that and then run away. Oh, no, I'm going to punish him. She's already got a plan. And what happened after this live stream? She allegedly went to the cops. The threat was there. I don't know if she actually went. The police papers looked fake and phony, but the threat was there. She threatened him with putting him in jail. That's how far she was willing to go to get revenge and to get control of that man. Chantal has no bottom when it comes to being vile. But already got a plan in place. If this man tries to get away from me, oh, we're going to have issues. Actually, he's going to have issues. He wants to get away from me? Fine, I'll put him in jail. Then he can get away from me. That's how we'll solve that. Vile.
Honestly, guys, I don't like staying here so much because I don't like that guy being here. Like, it grosses me. I feel like halfway house.
Okay, so that's the part I wanted to show from that video. And like I said, I'm going to put that in the description down below. Please check out Marley Hendrix and the channel. Like, they got all kinds of archived videos and clips and all that. And it's so great. Thank you again, Marley, because I was looking around for this clip and your channel happened to have it. So thank you. I'm going to give you a thumbs up for that one. I thought I did it the first time. Dang it. Okay, so where are we going next? Where we're going next is the lovely people on Twitter, because they're great. Twitter is great. Twitter is great because they're throwing up all the archive clips this morning. Every time she tells a lie, all of these archived clips of things that Chantal has said come back. They will come back and bite her in the butt. So let's start with this great clip, courtesy of, hold on a second, I gotta make sure I am where I need to be, from Moth T. This is courtesy of Moth T. Now this I'm gonna go off on this one, but y'all listen.
And like just doing a police report, apologize for going to the police station and like just doing a police report to begin with. Like I feel like my intentions weren't clean with it. Nader has never beaten me. So did I ever say he beat me? No, I never said that.
Oh, he never touched me. Oh, there's also another clip floating around out there where she says outright, I exaggerated the claims. That happened too. She did a live stream and she said, I exaggerated the claims. Who goes through something like DV and they have to exaggerate anything? If something happened to you that was horrible, the truth is all you need to get justice for the wrong. But she said that. I exaggerated the claims. Now she's saying right here, oh, I never said he beat me. Liar. You did too. You told us he's got the black-eyed rage. You also told us, Chantal, that he hit you so hard you saw stars. You told us that. Then you did that ridiculous thing where you said, I need a safe word on live stream. And paper clips was the safe word. By the way, y'all, here's where this one is stupid. This one is stupid. The whole safe word thing, that's actually a BDSM thing. A safe word is something you use in play to indicate to your dom like you are almost at a certain limit. And a safe word is a code word. That way play will not be interrupted. So she was using a BDSM term to describe like having a word to let her viewers know that she was in trouble. But saying it on a live stream where Nader could see it, you can't make this up. You can't. But let's play this clip again.
Apologize for going to the police station and like just doing a police report to begin with. Like I feel like,
why would you apologize? Why would you apologize? If something happened and you're seeking justice, why would you apologize unless nothing happened? Unless you lied, which you did. You lied. You're a big old liar. Claiming trauma that never happened to you. You're a faker. You're a phony. And you're shameful. Using the subjects of DV and SA and monetizing them and making money with those things on YouTube and triggering God knows how many people in the process. And you don't care because you're not a real survivor nor a real victim. You don't know what that pain feels like. You don't know those true scars. Your scars are painted on, ma'am. They're costume makeup. But they're nothing compared to the real scars of real victims. But let's I want to watch this again.
Apologize for going to the police station and like just doing a police report to begin with. Like I feel like my intentions weren't clean with it. Nader has never beaten me. So
that's not what you told us.
Did I ever say he beat me?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And going back a little bit, in the very beginning of the Nader arc, she would come home, as I've said before, with bruises on her chest. And she wasn't ashamed of them. She wasn't trying to cover them up so the audience couldn't see. She was showing them off, saying, we had rough sex. Look here. Look at the evidence of the rough sex. Now, it's somebody who's been through some kind of DV. Would they act that way? No, they'd be covering up the bruises. Because it's not something pleasurable. But in the beginning, she was bragging about those bruises. Many times over, we'd see those bruises. And then when she would get mad at Natter, suddenly all of that turned into abuse. Her narrative would change on her mood, on how things were going with her and Natter at the time. Okay, so thank you for posting that, Moth T. That's a really great clip to hold on to. So let me just go back here and get to the rest of my clips. Okay, this is courtesy of Kristen. And this is the post, I guess, that Chantal put after deleting her post, and that's gone too for some reason. She says, I deleted my post because why am I even entertaining their BS? I do have one other video coming about some drama, but it's closure video. And beyond that, people can say and think what they want. I'm seriously so tired of going back and forth between entertaining the BS of it all. Why do you need closure? How many times have we heard from Chantal, I'm not talking about this stuff anymore? The end. But yet she doesn't want to end it because she's got nothing else in the way of content. She could think of no new ideas. Isn't it interesting that she puts all of her effort and her fire and her work into the negative content? Like, she'll sit down and she'll brainstorm whatever new ideas and new arcs of negative stuff to do, but much simpler, more positive stuff. She doesn't know what to do. The gaming streams suck. The cooking vlogs suck. The mukbangs certainly suck. The life vlogs suck. The couples channel vlogs suck. Positive content that could be made more positive, that could be more entertaining, but she puts the most effort into the negative versus the positive. You don't need closure, Chantal. When you're done, you're done. You know, like, this is not an airport. You don't have to announce your departure. This is courtesy of Perfectly Imperfect, and this is from the live stream she did. I'm not going over this because there's so much trash. Perfectly Imperfect put this clip up. Not Foodie Beauty admitting to stalking Dee Dee's YouTube and knowing what she's writing on her community post. She continues to obsess over them. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine that, y'all. This guy, he's so abusive. He's so horrible. He hurt me so bad. You guys know what I went through. Yet she's giving attention to Dee Dee and Natter. Why would you pay attention to your abuser? Even for a second. Why would you turn your eyes or your ears or your face in that direction? But we love the fact that Chantal tells on herself, don't we? So let's play the clip from Perfectly Imperfect.
Yeah, Doo. I see that you're flexing that you have him, but let me tell you, and she did a stupid community post that only 6 people liked, where it was like, you can keep your crap man, blah blah blah. At least my crap man doesn't lay a hand on me. Yours cheats in real life with several women and on Messenger, and you have to buy him cigarettes and pay his rent every month.
And those were all things that Chantal used to do. But she just confessed to stalking Dee Dee's community post. Like I said, Chantal's everywhere. She's on every reaction channel. She's all up in our live chat. She's all up in our community posts. She's on Twitter. She's on TikTok. This woman spends hours researching her name. Literally hours. That's why she has no life. It's not that she doesn't have enough time or energy. It's just that she spends her time and her energy in the wrong way. But isn't it interesting that on one side, she paints herself the victim. It's so horrible. I hate him so much. And yet she won't leave him alone. She's feeding him energy. And Natter, recently, he's been doing live streams, titling the live streams, and the titles are directed at Chantal. So he wants her attention. And I guess she wants Natter's attention because she won't shut up about him, which she could easily do. If you hate a guy, if he's been abusive, why would you give him attention on YouTube, knowing he's got a channel? If you want that channel to die, why wouldn't you just shut your mouth? And then everybody would forget about him. Okay, this is from Kelly. This has to do with BBJ. Saying, this is why we girl world don't like you. How could you let your poor BBJ go through pain, get mistreated, and give her away after being with you for 20 years? You will never say or do anything to change our minds, you heartless biatch. I agree. So let's this is Chantal's room. This is Chantal's room right here. Let's blow this up. We need to see this. Look at that floor. Look at it. If Chantal can't walk around in that room, how can a pet? She's got to step over stuff. She could trip over stuff. She's got electric cords all across the floor. Fan over it this way. Over here in this corner, this is supposed to be BBJ's feeding station. Got food all over the floor. I don't know what this box is supposed to be. Is it supposed to be like a makeshift litter box? Let's keep going. Look at all the clothes and stuff there. It's disgusting. And this is how BBJ ate her food when she got food, because a lot of times Chantal didn't have food. She ran out of food on purpose. But look, watch Chantal. And then Pete was, I'm not going to show this part. He was kind of rough with BBJ and it ticked me off. Ticked me off. Let's breathe. Okay. This is from Hidden Truths. Foodie, #Foodie Beauty. She's not sorry. She's mad because she got backlash from her reaction and wasn't well received as she wanted. You're not sad for LBG. I'm sorry, that's Light by Jen. For Light by Jen either. You laughed at her death and made fun of her after. The issue is you. It's always been you. It's you because it's the truth. So here is the apology post that Chantal got rid of. And there was no reason for her to get rid of it. I mean, if you apologize to somebody, why wouldn't you leave it up for them to take notice of so they know you're sorry? Why get rid of it so quickly? But her apology post says, at Mr. Snowflake, I want to apologize for reacting the way I did about your docuseries on me. I forgot that you did Light by Jens, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, it saddened me, of course, but you used her words, and I like this style. You did the same with mine, and I have to admit, watching the trailer made me cry, and I guess that's my problem. I have to figure out why I feel this emotional response by watching. It's hard to see the mirror before us sometimes, and I just lumped you immediately into the same category as hate channels who dehumanized me for so long. You do the opposite, so I apologize. Also, it is wrong of me to have issue with others discussing my life when I'm a public figure. I don't agree with defamation and I hate, but this is not what your content is. So there's the apology. Do y'all see anything in this apology that would warrant her having the need to get rid of it? If you're sorry, you're sorry. And if you're sorry, leave up the apology. But I think it's kind of cowardly to do a community post when your rant was a video. Why not do a video apologizing? Why not put a video up, Chantal, where everybody can see it? But no, you're going to do a community post. And it's not that the reaction community dehumanized you. You did that yourself. We're just reacting to your content. You chose to dehumanize yourself by acting in a feral, animalistic type way. You were so thirsty for any shocking drama, content, topic, that you created this image of yourself, this caricature of yourself, if you will, just to keep the wheels turning. And now you've reached a point where the wheels can't turn anymore because there's no more track. That's not our fault. That's yours. You put yourself in that corner, not us. But there's the apology to Mr. Snowflake. Here's an interesting clip from Red Zesty. And this has to do with another incident and her confessing to lying. So let's watch.
You know, I never intended to really do it. I wanted attention. I knew that gave me power, threatening that.
Take note of that, Beezers. She wants attention and she wants power over people. And she thinks that by lying, she gets both attention and power. She likes to have control over people. She likes to have power over people. So she will lie. Just like how she lied on Natter, saying, oh, he did these things to me. And then later on confessing she exaggerated the claims. She's a liar. This is why girl world doesn't like her. It's not about her body. It's not about her looks. It's about the person she is inside. She's got an ugly, ugly soul. It is negative. It is evil. That's what we comment on. That's what we're focused on. Her body shape, her body size, her pounds, that's her issue. To deal with or not, we are here to discuss what's wrong with her soul. And there's a lot wrong. And she puts things out there. She wants to be the bad guy. She wants to be the heel in the wrestling ring, if you will. She wants to walk through the crowd and get the boos and have the tomatoes thrown at her. She revels in that role. If she didn't revel in it, it would bother her. She would do something to change it. She could, but she really likes being the bad guy. So she's got to pick a lane. Either you like it and you stay in that lane, or you don't like it and you change it, but she doesn't want to do that. She wants to be the bad guy, get the boos, get the attention from the negativity, and then cry victim when we comment on her bad behavior. But let's watch that again.
You know, I never intended to really do it. I wanted attention. I knew that gave me power, threatening that. I wanted to hurt people. You know,
I want to hurt people. I want to have power over people. And I want attention. That's basically the core of Chantal. She, stage 5 clinger, needs attention all the time. She doesn't care what attention it is, just give it to her. Wants to control people. She's a manipulator. This is why girl world doesn't like her. This is why we will never like her, ever. Okay. Next, we have Florida Salt and Sass saying, never forget the loyalty of the newly married Chantal being in Natter's chat. Yeah, that happened. She was with Salah. And one night, I don't know if he was there or not, but she got all in Natter's chat. And she was yelling and screaming at Dee Dee. And this is what she was saying. You stole my man. I have the right to call you what I want. First of all, you can't steal people, Chantal. People are not jewelry. They're not shoes. They're not a roll of toilet paper. You can't steal people. People go where they will. They go where they want. The free will, choice, it's a great thing. But you were with Salah when this happened. If you didn't care about Natter, if he was such an abusive person and you're with somebody new, why were you focused on him then? Sounds like you were with Salah to get back at Natter. I've always thought, Chantal, that the whole thing with Salah, you like to triangulate between men. You got a pattern of that. You like to put yourself between two men and have them fight over you. That's what you did with Natter and with Pete's. You would go over to Natter's place, talk trash about Pete's to Natter, get Natter to not like Pete's, then go home, talk to Pete's and trash Natter to Pete's. You wanted to pit those men against each other because you wanted the attention. You wanted the feeling of them fighting over you. So how much do you want to bet? I bet that you talked all kinds of trash about Natter to Salah. And then you probably get on the phone with Natter and talk all kinds of trash about Salah to Natter. You like to be in the middle of a fight. But here you are fighting for a man, getting angry over losing a man that you said was abusive to you. You can't make this stuff up, y'all. It's crazy. Okay, now this post has to do with the May case. I don't know if I want to show that. Okay, this is another great clip from Miss Anthropo. Thank you, Lulu. Saying proof of Chantal admitting she padded the charges she made against Natter. And quote, yes, I exaggerated, end quote. Your own words, Chantal. Clip credit malfunctioning adults channel, and they give the link. But this is part 1, so let's watch.
Because I feel like I romanticize our situation. I do everything. I have dreams about him every single night, and it's always frustrating, but I also... No, I didn't, John Doe. That's what I'm saying. People think I'm a liar. I'm not.
Yes, you are.
It's not that.
Okay, so this person in the chat, Natter's Motel 6 Barbecue, says, you faked the claim out of revenge. Stop lying. Yep, she sure did.
I don't want to talk about it. That's what we meant to talk about, stuff like this, so I want to be respectful.
And here's another great comment from John Doe saying, people like Chantal make it that much harder for victims of blank to be believed and come forward. Kudos to you. That's true. That is absolutely true. There are the real victims, and then there's this beast making up stuff. So you're not wrong.
You know, that what we talked about and stuff, but I also just...
So somebody asked in the chat, super chat says, do you think he enjoys intimacy with you? Now watch her reaction to that. Her automatic answer should be, yes, he does enjoy, but it takes her a minute. That's really telling. And by the way, if he does enjoy intimacy with you, Chantal, why do you have to pay him? If somebody enjoys being in somebody else's company, you don't have to pay them. They want to be around you for free. But yet the men in your life, you have to give them money. That just shows how deplorable and disgusting you are if they won't do it for free.
Never mind. This is my dilemma, though. This is my dilemma. Do you think he enjoys intimacy with you? Yes.
Yeah, yes. Sad. Why are you giving that sad answer?
I exaggerated it. I did.
Boom! Okay, let's go back again for those who might have missed it. This part right here, I can't put the volume any harder. She confesses right here. Listen carefully.
I exaggerated it. I did.
One more time for the people in the front, the middle, and the back.
I exaggerated it. I did.
So she exaggerated it. She exaggerated it. I'm so tired of Chantal saying, I'm such a victim. I've been through so much. Crap out of your mouth. Crap. You exaggerated it. Real victims don't need to exaggerate their pain, Chantal. But you do. Biatch.
I didn't lie for revenge, but...
I didn't lie for revenge, but. So she's basically confessing right here. Like she's telling on herself, I didn't lie for revenge, but I lied. I didn't do it out of revenge. Then what did you do it for? Control? Make Natter afraid? You're using your channel and your audience to intimidate him, to kind of like make him cower in a corner so he would be a good boy and shut up and do as you wanted. I didn't lie for revenge. You shouldn't have lied about that. Not about that, Chantal.
I exaggerated it. I did. I'm not gonna go through everything. I didn't lie about things on it, like allegations. I said 5 months pubis. Welcome to
You just sat there and said I exaggerated it. I didn't lie for revenge, but so basically, Chantal works backwards. She basically said the truth. I lied and I was angry and I was vengeful, and that's why I did it. That's exactly why I did it.
recipes. So basically, no, I'm telling you the truth. Actually, Wilhelmina.
You can't. You don't know how to tell the truth.
So that's what you're asking. Oh, so I did lie. So well,
would anybody ever believe a person? I mean, who does this crap? Who does it? Who does this? Who goes around lying about DV and SA? Who gets so wrapped around a crackhead that they would threaten them with the cops and taking them to jail if they try to get out of a relationship with them, and want to threaten them with serious allegations just to maintain control? Her. How could you possibly believe somebody this manipulative, this much of a conniving liar would ever tell the truth? She has shown over the years how far she will go to get revenge and to get control of people. She's so about maintaining control and controlling the narrative that she will lie to that extent. I'm going to threaten you with jail time if you don't do what I want. I'm going to get on my YouTube channel and make up stuff about you that allegedly happened just so everybody in my audience will go after you. Also, in the past, she's used people in her audience as her soldiers in her private war to dox other people, give them problems at their jobs, harass people off YouTube because she wants to maintain control of the narrative. And she doesn't like it when somebody goes off script. But the foulness of it all. This one claiming trauma that never happened to her in an effort to seem more pathetic, to seem more broken, to gain sympathy from the audience. The amount of money that she made during this time period discussing the subjects of SA and DV was insane, because there were a lot of people in her audience that they've gone through that. And they sense of empathy. Like, they've been through it, so they feel connected to Chantal, and they gave her money. And it was so successful for her in the way of profit that she did it multiple times after that. She just wouldn't shut up about it. And now here we are again. Here we are again, ladies and gentlemen. She's bringing it back up. But I'm showing these clips to show she's a fake, phony, freaking victim. She's confessing right here. I exaggerated it. She said in the first clip, if he tries to leave me, I've got a plan. She said in the other clip, he never touched me. So fake, phony victim, nothing happened. Maybe they had some arguments. Maybe they went verbally back and forth, but I don't believe that he did even half of the things that she claimed, given her behavior. You know what I think? I think she looked some stuff up. She did work at a battered women's shelter. And maybe she heard the stories. But because she's not an actual victim of that kind of trauma, she listened to the stories and she took mental notes of the stories and the experiences, but because she's not actually lived through that, she's not an actual survivor, there are parts of that puzzle that are missing. And that's why she can't properly fake it. Like, she would never know about the visceral reaction just talking about things that have happened to you. The fact that you can't talk about things like that in front of an audience of people. The fact that you don't want to provoke your abuser and you want to move as far away as you can from that person. Like, these are the pieces of the puzzle that she does not own because she's not been through it. All she can do is just do kind of a method acting. Like, let me just study a script and, memorize the words, because I've not been through that experience. I'm not going to be able to play the part fully. Fake, phony, freaking victim.
Remember when before you knew his name, I called him Dom?
Oh, God, don't make me throw up. Don't make me throw up. Calling him Dom. Stop it. Don't make me throw up with all that Dom nonsense. During this time period, Chantal wanted to play out some 50 Shades of Grey, Anastasia, Christian Grey fantasy. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. She had this fantasy about having a Dom, so she called Natter Dom. When she has no idea what a real Dom is or what they do. She was desperate to find someone that would do that with her. And no, I'm not kink shaming. I have experience in that lifestyle. I've got knowledge of that lifestyle. And I know that many things about that lifestyle, including the fact that when it comes to that lifestyle, it's about consent. Okay? It's about consent. It's about knowledge. There are different pillars that go with that lifestyle, but consent is key. That nothing is going to happen to you that you don't want happening to you. And at any time you can say no and you can stop. But she, having no knowledge as a submissive or want to be submissive, and she's going to someone who also has no knowledge. But she's trying to put some importance on him. He's a Dom. And because he's aggressive, that makes him a Dom. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
For a reason. Because remember the first stream I talked about him, he's kind of aggressive. Because he's aggressive. Like, he's a Dom by nature. He's a very Dom and...
Oh, stop.
Hi, J-Boy. He's very sorry to talk. I know I'm saying hi and then talk.
Okay, so that was the clip. Let's see what else we got here. This one has to do with the May thing. I don't even know if I want to discuss it. It's a very sensitive topic. People that were around that time know what happened between Natter and May. And again, if she goes to court with Natter, I hope that she gets justice for the wrongs that were done to her. Like, I'll keep her in my prayers. What else we got here? Can I put this in? YouTube's probably going to slap me for the language, but we got to include it. We have to. It's important. This is courtesy of Piggy. This was back in the Cuba rage. Hey, VIBs, listen to this. This is her talking about her VIBs, talking to her VIBs in chat this night. Listen.
I'll be as sweet as pie tomorrow. Oh, you know it. You know I'm going to manipulate the fuck out of you. And you're going to eat it up and you're going to watch me.
You know what she's saying right there without saying it? I know all you VIBs, you're addicted to me. You're addicted to my channel. And I can do whatever I want to you. I can be as abusive and mean and nasty as I want. You'll let me get away with putting out a bunch of garbage nonsense and you won't hold me accountable. You won't leave. I'm going to take advantage of all of that. I know I can be mean and nasty to you. And as long as I come on the next day and lie to your faces and say I'm sorry, you'll eat it up. That's what she's saying. She's basically saying, without saying, all you VIBs are stupid. That you'll put up with her abusive behavior. You'll let her get away with it because you won't walk away from it. like you should. That's what she's saying. She is. He's an abusive person that's saying, I got no fear of you leaving me. I've got full control of you because you give me control. You can take the control back, but you're not gonna. Oh. Hidden True says, Foodie Beauty, I wonder if Chantal forgot she dressed up as FFG for Halloween one year, mocking and laughing at her DV. Yeah, I remember her doing that, with blood trickling down her forehead. Two wrongs don't make a right. Chantal is just as disgusting for doing that. What happened to never talking about her private life again? Yeah, what happened to that? She changed her mind again? She changed her mind again? Let's see. Oh, and here's my post that I put up. When someone shows you who they are the first time, believe them. No takebacks, Foodie Beauty. You showed your ugly side, and that was the right one. You only got one face. Stop trying to change it because you realize you effed up. You are never sorry for anything. Nope, nope, she sure isn't. Sure isn't. Okay, so that's it, y'all. That's what we got today. Just want to do a quick catch up. Chantal's doing sucky content. She's doing the gaming streams, even though like nobody's going to her channel for the gaming. She doesn't know how to give interesting commentary. Like everything positive, it seems like she sucks at it. And it's because she's not interested in any of it. I think that's the key. She's not interested truly in any of it. She's the most interested in the negative content and coming up with these shocking, dramatic story arcs and how do I tick people off. She's invested in that and not so much the other. But I'm very interested to hear you guys and what you think about all this mess. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. I'm going to just cut it off here, and I wish you guys a very good day. Until the next one, I'll see you guys, and take care of yourselves. Bye.